So this is the cab of the Mercedes Sprinter 2010 316 CDI, and we're just going to show you where the battery is located. So this is the Mercedes Silverdream. So you need to remove the there's an additional wooden and lino flooring, so you can actually see it there. All you need to do is tip it up from the driver seat side and then tilt it, slide it across, and it will and you can take it out. So then the next thing, you've got this little panel with these 3 screws, and all you do, the little hexagonal shape, a 6-star shape, and you undo those. So we'll show you what that looks like when they're out. So there you are, that's that panel removed, and then you just need to take out this rubber base or rubber mat. So there we are, the rubber mat is out, and then you can see you've got a plate here with 4 screws, and you can actually see that once you undo them, and then you just slide the plate to the right, so the circular section is directly under the bolt. You don't need to unscrew these completely, you just loosen them, and then that plate will lift out. So these are just a couple of the little tools you need, and this is in the van. So that was the T27 that I just used, and I've only done these up finger tight, but you can now see that I've slid the plate so that the circle is under the screws. So now you can see I've lifted off the plate, and now you can see the battery, and this is for putting the van into a little bit of storage. And you can see here, this is the negative terminal. You see the negative symbol there, just below the wire, the black section. And then you can see there's just a bolt here, which needs to be, or a nut, which just needs to be unscrewed, and then this terminal lifted off. So it's as simple as that. Obviously you reverse it the other way in order to put it back together to get going again. So I'm doing this while I leave the van switched off or out of use for maybe a month, and with that I'll reconnect it when I come back. But if somebody is doing this themselves, as I said, the spanners and the T-pieces are in the van. So as you can see, pretty easy, simple procedure, and you just reverse the process for putting it back together. So there we are, terminal removed. That was a 10mm nut, so there we are. And then just wiggle it and lift it off and place it there, and then we can put the cover back on again. So there we are, cover is back on the battery. The foot mat is in, and now just the edge to replace. That's the cover piece replaced, and the last piece to go in will be this. Now just the tools will be in this door, and you can see the Makita, the little T-pieces, and this is where the spanners are. So there's a 10mm spanner in here. So the best way to get this bit of flooring in, start with it against the wooden base there, and then all you do, just wiggle it, and that will drop into place, and then you just need to slide it over a touch so it sits nice and flush, and you can actually see here it's sitting where you can still see the 2 screws, so that's its position, and then the carpet will go in on top of that. So there we are, carpet's back in. Now as the battery has been removed, the Webasto may shut down and reset, and if that does happen, what you need to do, especially if the Webasto locks, which happened to me the other day, you can see here, this is the fuse box, and in the fuse box you will actually find, I believe it's number 3 and number 9 fuses. So let's see if we can get this little lid off, and if you have a look in here, you can in fact see number 3. So that's the number 1 is the bottom fuse, number 2 is the one with the tap, number 3 has got a water symbol. So anyway, let's keep going up. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. So number 9 is that fuse which looks like the number 3. It looks like a letter E, and that's actually a 3. That's a 3 amp fuse. So that number, that E, the second one from the top, needs to come out. It's actually a 3 upside down or reversed. And then also this one down here, which is the 3rd fuse, which is a 10 amp. That also needs to come out. And they're the fuses for the Webasto. Now something else what you can do, if it doesn't reset or unlock, then you can see here, this is the Webasto terminal, and then you have here 1, 2, 3, 4 fuses. So you can see the red one, which is a 10 amp, and then there's a brown one underneath it. So you can remove those. Remember the red at the top, the brown at the bottom, and then remember here you've got the blue and the white, or the blue and the clear, and you can remove all of them, and that when you replace them, keep them out for a couple of minutes, and then when you replace them, that will then reset, or at least it worked for me when the Webasto locked. So I believe I've covered this, but the tools, remember, there's a couple of tools in there, and then here's all your electric. So the big orange is an extension cable, you've got a real cable, and then the blue is one section will go into the camping site and the other section will go into your van. So there are 2 sections of black cable with blue ends there. One to hook into the campground, the other one hooks in the other end of the extension lead to hook into the van, and here is where the electric feeds into the van. So I'll make another video just going to show you where the different doors and what's inside them in just a moment.